Mechanical tension is the single most important factor for muscle growth. Your muscle fibers need to experience high enough mechanical tension in order to grow, and only the muscle fibers that have experienced this will grow. Does this mean that you should lift super heavy weights when trying to build muscle? No, it does not. But it does mean that training within a few reps of failure becomes important for muscle growth. You see, as you start lifting on weights, only the minimum of muscle fibers necessary will be recruited to get the job done, beginning with the smallest fibers but with the best endurance. In the beginning of the set, these muscle fibers will experience high mechanical tension. As they tire during a set and no longer can keep up the work, more and more of your larger, stronger muscle fibers will be recruited. These are also the muscle fibers more prone to grow, because you're not using them as often in your day-to-day life. Now these muscle fibers will experience high mechanical tension even if the load per se might not be very heavy. And you can tell when this is happening, because the weight slows down. Even if you're trying to lift the weight as fast as possible, it will still move slowly because you're at the edge of what your remaining muscle fibers can produce in terms of force. And the lifting speed at a given distance to failure will be pretty much the same regardless of if you use light weights or heavy weights. The last few reps before failure will slow down to pretty much the same speed. And this is the point where you're at the end of the line of your muscle fibers, and all of them will have experienced high mechanical tension, even if you use the light weight. And it will have been a very stimulating set in terms of muscle growth. So, in terms of training for muscle growth, for a set to be very stimulating, you don't necessarily have to take it all the way to failure, but you want to take it to that place where the weight slows down, even if you're trying to lift it fast. That's when all of your muscle fibers will have been trained.